So I'm gonna be up. My new goal is to be like 188.5, somewhere around there. I don't know if you can see my sunburn also. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm super sunburned because I fell asleep at the park. I miss being sore. I really haven't been sore in a while. And I'm kind of excited for that for the end of this cut because I'm going to change up my lifting routine a little. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the... where I am trying to go from this to somewhere around this-ish. And we got 4 to 5 weeks left. So subscribe to follow along and comment if you think I can or can't. Okay, so it's Monday and it was a good weekend. You can tell it's a little bit brighter and more daytime than it normally is. It's not 4:30. It's actually 8:50 something right now. If you saw any of the last week's videos, you know I don't have my before work walks this week or next week as my clients are traveling. So I also was up a little bit later than I'd hoped to, so I just slept in and slept in till 7. And then I went to the gym, and now I'm here recording this intro. So a little bit later than usual, a little out of order than usual, but that's what's going on. But first, we got to weigh in and do a physique check. Friday, we weighed in at 187.2, and my goal was to be 187 flat by today. That's not going to happen. We had some drinks over the weekend and a burrito that was not part of the diet and a bunch of fruit, which I did plan on, but more than I was originally anticipating. So I'm going to be up. My new goal is to be like 188.5, somewhere around there. So here's hoping. Let's see what we get. Calibrating. Ooh, that's actually not as bad as I thought. Okay, cool. Okay, 188 even. That's honestly better than I was expecting. Still up and not quite what the original goal was, but still good. This is where we were like off track sort of for the weekend. Obviously, we had some drinks, some beers. I'm actually looking pretty full right now. It's pretty cool. Had some drinks, had like snacks, pretzels at one of the bars that they provide. And a little bit of a burrito, and then a bunch of fruit. I went to the park. I don't know if you can see my sunburn also. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm super sunburned because I fell asleep at the park and burned myself. Also, we did legs today, so we're gonna do a little leg check. This one never looks nearly as good as this one. It's kind of funny. This is my worst knee too. So, oops. That was basically Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, yesterday, I did go off diet. I didn't have my chicken salad because I only have 2 chicken breasts left. I didn't want to go shopping. So I have my chicken for today. I'm going to fast tomorrow. You know, it just made more sense. So instead, we had Devil's Tooth breakfast sandwiches, which you've never had. It's in the Richmond area of San Francisco. Highly recommended. They are so good. Get them with extra sauce though, because they're a little dry. But yeah, and then that's all I had. I had that for breakfast yesterday. So when I have dinner tonight, I'll actually be 36 hours in between meals, which is intentional. Because I thought, well, if I'm going to be off diet, I might as well spend more time in between meals to at least digest it all, pseudo-fast style, to give us, just whatever. That's what I thought, and that's what I did, so there's that. And then today, unfortunately, and all of the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have no morning walks, which is kind of a bummer. So we're going to be getting less steps for the next little bit. Now today I woke up later than I'm going to. I'm still going to try to be waking up at 4:30 to 5, even without my morning walks. But I'm going to try to do like a 15 to 20 minute run on the treadmill after my lift because I'll have some time for it. And also I haven't really done any running and I need to get my heart rate up and my lungs stressed and like build up that again. So we're going to be missing out some steps in total, but we're still going to be getting a good amount of exercise and I'm not really worried about it. But anyways, it's a little after 9. I got to go to work, so I'll see you at walk 1. So we are not actually on walk 1, nor have we completed walk 1. We're in our pickup route. But I had a thought that I didn't think about this morning. But my mom is actually visiting and will be joining me for both walks, walk 1 and 2. Not walk 3, but walk 1 and 2. And so I'm probably not going to record, and depending if she joins me on my routes afterwards, I may not record afterwards either. So, potential that the only walk update will be walk 3, just so you're aware. All right. See ya, whatever the next thing is. Okay, I tried to record this already, but the wind made it inaudible. So, trying again while we get a little break from the wind. Walk number 3. Walk number 1 and 2 were both actually really good. My mom was visiting. I think I mentioned that earlier. And so I got to show her like what my day is like and my job. Oh, wind. Go away. All the dogs, walk locations, stuff like that. And we actually did both the spots we went to the full distance that I normally do. And so we actually got some pretty good steps in for the day. Oh, this wind is killing me. But yeah, so that was fun, and we still got steps in. I don't think we're going to be able to break 20K steps on any of these days over the next 2 weeks, and we probably won't even reach 20K on a lot of them. I think we might today. I do have to go to the store for a little bit, and so we might hit 20K today, but I think probably 3 days a week will be somewhere around like 18, 19, and we're definitely not going to get like 23, 24K any of these days. So that's kind of a bummer, but we will also have wind. Go away. We will also have more time in the gym every morning, which is going to be really nice. So I'll be able to throw in like a, 15-minute, maybe 20-minute run if I can and my legs aren't too sore. Tomorrow, I'm going to see how I feel, but I did 3 sets of squats today, actually. For a while, I was doing 1. Last week, I did 2. And today, I did 3 just because I had time, and we didn't go to 315 because, well, we played basketball yesterday, so my knees are kind of sore already, and I didn't want to push it too hard. I also still did sets of 4. I could have done 5 on the first 2, but again, for my knees, I decided 4 is going to be enough. And we're doing 3 sets anyways. I got 3 on the 3rd set. So, trying to learn my lesson from before and be more cautious while still maximizing effort. But yeah, so activity's been good. It's going to be lower for the next couple weeks, but we might be able to make it up a bit. And honestly, even if the steps are lower, the total activity is less. Stress on the heart and lungs a little bit would be good so that I can, get them in a better position, somewhere close to where we were before, hopefully. But, yeah, all in all, a good day. I'm really hungry. We're closing in on about 36 hours since the last meal I had, so it's sort of a fast, actually, yeah, an unplanned fast. So I'm getting hungry, and then we're fasting tomorrow, so I'm going to enjoy this salad. But anyways, the wind is really starting to bug me, and it's coming back again, so I'll see you at the salad.
Scrape the
136 grams of lettuce, cilantro, lime, 450 grams of chicken. Back again for another wrap-up with the Outshine popsicles. The pomegranate one, so good. Another thing that I had this weekend, a lot of, are these. I did kind of go AWOL on the Outshines this weekend. They're low calorie, so don't feel bad about them. But yeah, I probably had, there's 6 in a box, so I probably had 10 over the weekend. 600 calories worth. Pretty good. But today was a good day. Well, first we'll go over steps for the day. Boom. 20,000. We actually got 20,000 without walk 1. I did go to the store right after work briefly to I had to get some lettuce and cilantro. I probably got too much because I don't have chicken. I'm not going to be having food tomorrow, so the grocery outlet that's the closest store to my house, the lettuce didn't stay very good for very long, so That's probably going to be bad by the next time that I have chicken. But, whatever. Calories are protein for the day. Boom. Protein's going to be a little low. We only have 4 weeks left, though, so I'm not super worried about it. Just because by the time we get to the end of the cut, it won't have been long enough, really, to have lost any muscle, especially because I'm going to keep lifting heavy. My cardio is still like relatively chill, so 140, 150 grams. I prefer to get 550 grams of chicken because I think it's like 165 grams of protein or 170 grams of protein. That's more ideal, but 140, 150, we'll take it. You'll notice that the calories is like 1,800, something like that. And I have 4 things oil and seasoning. I had some chips as well tonight. I did get a bag of chips this weekend. I didn't really eat any of them, and they've been eyeing me down. So I had some with my salsa. Not very many, but it's like, I think it's 11 chips or 12 chips or something is like 180 calories. So I probably had at least 2 servings of that, maybe a little more. So I don't know, 400 calories, 500 calories, somewhere around there. It's really more the carbs I'm worried about and the actual influx of calories, but whatever. So on that note, and on the note of the future of this week, so today we weighed in at 188 even, and here's how I'm going to plan the fast. I'm either going to fast just tomorrow, normal Tuesday thing that we've been doing. If I weigh in at like 187.5 or below, well, if we're below 187.5, we'll do an under over. If we're under 187.5, like 187.4, we'll just do a Tuesday fast. We're not going to worry about Wednesday. If we're above 187.5, like 188 still, 187.6, 0.8, somewhere around there, then I'm going to do a 2-day fast. Because I was originally planning on sticking truer to the diet that I ended up doing on Saturday night. So just as kind of like a punishment that's also beneficial to the cut. But B, we are going to be getting less steps this upcoming weekend. Oh wait, no, it's not this weekend. It's next weekend. Okay. I thought this weekend I was going to be gone somewhere where I'll be eating a lot, but I'm actually not. So I may not have to do 2 days because of that. Anyways, we are getting less steps this week and next week regardless. So, and I mean, in just 1 week, that's 25,000 less steps. I don't know how many extra calories that is, but probably, I don't know, another 1,000 to 1,500 that I'm missing out on. So an extra day of fast would kind of help with that. But really more just as kind of like a punishment because, you know, I kind of bitched out. I should have stayed stronger and I didn't. So, you know, but again, I didn't go that hard. And obviously I weighed in at 188 and I was 187.2 on Friday. That's the best weekend we've had so far. But again, you know, you can't let stuff slide. So I'm not going to. But if tomorrow we're 187.4, whatever, we'll do 1 day fast. And then other than that, it was a good day. Squats, 275 for 2 sets of 4 and 1 set of 3. Could have gotten 5, but decided not to for my knees. And I'm glad that I did too, because the knees were definitely aching all day today, and especially my last walk of the day. There's immediately a bunch of descent. It's like walking downhill, and then kind of flat, slightly more descent, but not much. And then it's like, and then it wraps around, so then you go back up a hill, and it's really steep. And the knees were screaming. So I'm glad that I didn't do more. But yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't do more. But I'm honestly thinking I'm going to be sore tomorrow because we did do more than we did last time. And last time I was sore. So that'd be cool. I miss being sore. I really haven't been sore in a while. And I'm kind of excited for that for the end of this cut because I'm going to change up my lifting routine a little bit. And I'm going to be able to just kind of like destroy myself for a little bit, which will be really nice. But that's for later. Anyways, it's my bedtime. Gotta still get up early tomorrow. So I'm gonna go and sleep. So love yourselves, love each other, be kind, spread love, and sleep good. Make it a priority because it's good for you. All right. See ya.